man. Before we get into the ranking, before we get into all that stuff, I gotta change my covers. You can take that however you want to, but I gotta change my covers. That's what I gotta do. You feel me? If I don't, it's gonna be bad. Ha, you feel me? It's gonna be bad. Hold on, if I do something. This is so fun. It's so fun streaming and stuff. Because you know why? And it's like a mind of its own. That's disgusting. Band for band, digit for digit. I'm back, guys. Ain't too much you can say for, know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you know, you gonna do what you want to do. Let me change this colors though. That's the main thing. Gotta change these colors. Yo, what's going on? What's going on? What's the word? I'm out. Not online on Discord. I ain't gonna lie. I don't even be. I'm really waiting for your reply. On Discord. Let me see. Let's see if you telling the truth. Let's see. Discord. You are telling the truth. That's my fault. I don't even have my notifications on Discord. Let me set them up right now. I'll just wait back though. Look, put my notifications on. We good, we Gucci now. Notification settings. Look, just flick them on. We good, we got them. That's crazy. Yeah, I was wondering what happened. Yeah, but that was good though. We good though. We got them. They good. Band for band, digit for digit. Right, but right now, currently, we got two main stuff going on. I heard a little Discord thing. So you know what that mean. My bad. That's my BZ though. That's my BZ. Never gonna happen again, though. Never gonna happen again. Never gonna happen again. Bro, I really don't know why my nose is running. But mind you, I've been blasting the AC in the car, and the AC is currently bumping in the house. So why my nose is stuffy? That's something I can only blame myself. You know, that's something I can only blame myself. But nah, hold on. Let me see something real quick. Class right now, so I can't hop in the stream. She's in class right now? Oh. Okay. That's crazy. People on the other side of the world. It's probably like 11 a.m. It's crazy. I keep forgetting about the time difference stuff. But best believe we still gonna rank the fast food though, guys. We won't just for the clickbait. Yeah, we about to get into it. Basically just started. Alright, yeah. Nah, the best believe we go rank the food though. But before, I gotta put these sheets on my bed though. So you gotta work with me. Also. You know, if you're not changing your sheets every couple, like, what's a reasonable amount? Probably like a week. Like every week. You a dirty guy. And you need to be watched. Gotta change the sheets though. See, my problem is where to angle it at, you know, because it's always a wild, what's it called? A wild angle. See, it's like a long piece. We'll try it. Yeah, this is the side I was right. So what y'all been doing, man? What y'all up to? No? So y'all just go watch me put the sheets on my bed and not talking to chat. You green and you weird for that. You know that. And then you got a grown man talking to himself. You know y'all wrong for that. New crispy clean sheets. Smells like heaven. Like anybody would know what that smells like. Put these new Johns on. Got the pillows all set up beautifully. Now time for the blankets. These new blankets. There we go. Getting everything all set up. What about to do? I was at Ozempic. Check out my head, yeah, no, it's pinning. You know, when that nose gets stuffed up, you gotta pop that. What's it called? Pop that, don't stop. What you turking with? Don't stop. Pop that, don't stop. What you turking with? Don't stop. Clean up a little bit, guys. Nah. Feel me? Everything's semi-perfect, you know what I mean? It's never gonna be perfect. Nobody can ever be perfect. Cause how perfect you try, it's the less authentic you gonna be. You feel me? So it's just, you gotta be yourself. Excuse me. be right back. I might go get some drink. It's hot as balls in here. Woo! What was that? Hey, we back, guys. Oh man, man, we back. Man, yeah, man. Whew. We back, and yeah. Hey, real shit. Hold on. just in I'm staying on business too. Oh no, guys. Alright. Let's get to the original. What's it called? Oh no. Hold on, guys. It's probably probably can't see nothing. Where the thing at? Oh, cause technically it's still on. Wrong thing. Hold on, guys. Hold on, quick. This probably look greasy. Alright. There it is. Let me put myself over here. No, slow. Right there. And move that right there. Put the stream info right there on the right. Dang, where can I put this? Boom, right there too. No. Yeah, we good. It's not like y'all can see that anyways. But this is gonna be a whole bunch of like what can they see? Oh, okay. Ain't nothing. Alright. Basically, what we're gonna be rank tier list. Okay. Alright. Right, get out this. Alright, me personally, I'm trying to look like fast food trains. Alright, let me do this one. Yo. Click on this shielded icon. Which one's it shielded? You little puzzle piece? And what? Change tracking. Oh my gosh. I can't use an ad blocker. This is a great fail. Yeah, I don't know, guys. Yeah, that's crazy. I can't just tear. Hold on, let's try that. Alright. This a little low budget ones, but we got some fast food restaurants and we're gonna rank them the real way. You know? First of all, Subway. Hold on, me. Yeah, Subway. Come on, guys. Subway. Sometimes it be well, I get the little white bread, foot long, uh white bread, foot long, turkey, pepper jack, toast toast my whole sandwich too. Cause if you don't get your bread toasted or the whole roll toasted, you a different type of different. And that sandwich do be hidden, you know. Pepper jack, then you throw some spinach and then some pickles, salt and pepper, the mayo and the spicy mustard. Hey, Taco Bell. If you're fine with having diarrhea right after, then ooh, Taco Bell do be hidden though. If you fine with it, if you not fine, if you're not fine with the diarrhea, right there. But if you fine with it, hey, it's gonna be an 8 every time. Chick-fil-A, nothing really I can say. Customer service beautiful. The food great. Uh Matter of fact, I just had a cookies and cream shake, and that shake was over the top hidden. S. Pizza Hut. My cousin worked at Pizza Hut what like last summer, and he was always over the crib, right? That means I'm having Pizza Hut multiple times, right? And mind you, I never had Pizza Hut like that. I usually be getting the Papa John's, you know, the Domino's, you know, the Little Caesars, the Cousin Vinny's, or you know, right? So my first time having Papa John's, Pizza Hut. Wow, that bitch slapped. I was like, okay. I never knew Pizza Hut was like that. Never. I'm looking down on Pizza Hut. 'Cause I'm like, ew. Come to find out, they really like that. Still has solid B though. Wendy's, home of the 4 for $4. You could get what, a 4 piece nugget or a 6 piece nugget. I can't remember. You can get that. You can get that. Then you can get fries, a junior bacon and cheese, or a crispy chicken, or like a little Dave or something like that. And a drink. You getting four for $4. I mean, what's better than that? You know, than a chili slabs. I never had any nuggets, but it probably snack. It probably snack. They frosties, bro. Hey, come on. KFC. I never had K. I never had KFC like that. You know, it was always Popeyes, not KFC. But the couple times I had KFC, it was respectable. It was respectable. I'm putting back C though, cause I don't know. I just me personally, I don't mess with it like that. But hold on, guys. Yeah, I'm Gucci. I'm Gucci. All right. Oh, we got McDonald's. Listen, great oil McFlurries. If you need a quick meal, W you go to. Is it good for you? Nah. You know? But I don't even mad. Husband always slap. Always good for you. No. It's always there when you need it. McDonald's too. Burger King. When they had them chicken fries. Listen. When they had them chicken fries, boy. Arby's? D. Excuse me, D. What the hell? Never. No. No! Popeyes. The service side, A. No, service side, C. What I'm talking about. But the food wise, I gotta put it right there next to McDonald's. You know? I got to. Like a donuts. I like coffee. Respectable, I'll put that at B though. White Castles, C. And I'm only putting it is cause my nigga Trey. I remember I be on the phone with the nigga. He talking about, yeah, bro, I'm out pot. Right, warm up some White Castles. Cardi Jr. B. Right? I'm a dirty nigga. Excuse me. Penny Express. Hey. 9 times out of 10, you gonna get great food. Five Guys. Hey. Whoa. Definitely an S. Why? Oh, you're getting mountains of fries. Mountains of fries. They might just throw a couple, 2 more cups of fries. They really trying to fuck you over though. You know it's not. But Chipotle, hell yeah. S. S. Why is it an S, Tris? Why is it an S? Chipotle, you get a beautiful bowl, white rice, black beans, chicken, cheese, corn, lettuce, sour cream. Bro, that's all you need. And for a wall cup, and you'll get the blue little machine drink. That's it. And now I had it one time. It was cool. It was smooth. Hardee's? B. Right next to Carl's Jr. I can never tell which one's which, but hey. Domino's, I put it at solid B. Del Taco, I don't know you. Little Caesars, A. Long John Silver's, C. It's cool. I mean, Quiznos, I think I had it, but I don't know. Jimmy John's, A. Oh, this is like the best of the best. Oh. First, I could probably this group. I gotta put a. Oh, that's respectable. Little Little Caesars. I'll put Popeyes right there. McDonald's. Definitely right there. I think about Taco Bell, Panda Express. There you go. Well, now listen. Sonic, the food. Fuck no, you don't go there for the food. You go there for the slushies and the milkshakes. B. Whataburger, never had it. So D. Panda bread, Panera bread. Can't breathe about those guys. It's bad. Panera bread. Oh, Panera bread. Be hitting. Starbucks. Oh, top tier. A. Top tier. What was that? Jumbo Juice? Nah, I never had it. Dairy Queen. Let's see. It's cool. Zaxby's. A. Oh, A. Where Cane's at? Where's the Cane? B. Zaxby's, I don't know, it just be hitting more. Papa John's. S. Checkers. I don't think I ever had Checkers. So D. Jack in the Box. Ain't that like the chicken? I think I had Jack in the Box before. Let's see. Steak and Shake. Let's see. What is this? Clubbers? Never had it. Church's Chicken? Never had it. NW? Never had it in restaurants. Boston Market? I have. It was weak. Bojangles? A. El Polo Loco? Don't know what you're talking about. Kaboba? Trash. Like, oh no, that's pretty. It's B. It's B. Waffle House. A. Tim Horton? You ho? Sweet Green? Never had it. Moe's, I had it. B. Firehouse. Subs. B. Jersey Mike's. A. Never had it. Never had it. Never had it. Never had it. Never. Auntie Annie's. B. But sometimes they'll be having my cinnamon jar. So C. Hold on. So C. Noodles and Company. I had like one time. Terrible. Like hungry. Never had it. Cinnamon. B. It's a cinnamon. Wingstop. S. Don't never disappoint. Don't never disappoint. No, half the time, your food probably they probably fried, but literally, but yeah, cookout. We having some, bro. I remember I was with my dad for like a cool year, right? Summer year, right? And I was staying with my cousins. Mind you, we was having cookout like every night, boy. We be having food. Like we will be having food. Just cookout, boy. I never had it. Never had it. Never had it. Never had it. Hold on, let me get you. Never had this out of here. Fazoli's. Never had it. Alright. Nah, never had it. Polo chop. Alright. So, right. Oh, it's like C a little bit. Oh, yeah. I'm tripping. Alright. Got these. A B. It's pretty, maybe slapping. Shake Shack. A. Ben and Jerry's. It's ice cream. A. Like what? Baskin Robbins. I don't think I never had it. Pop Belly. Boy. S. The upsell just be hit it. Never had it. Marco's Pizza. That's an S tier pizza. They be fucking making that shit. Where's Little Caesars at? Put Little Caesars up at S tier. Come on. Fazoli's, yo, I'm not even gonna lie to you. First time having Fazoli's, bro, that shit was hitting. Did the garlic knots. I was with my cousin too. It was never cousin though, but definitely had it. Fazoli's definitely when I had it S tier. Ever since I had it the one time, I wanted it, you know. But listen, this is the what? All the S's. This is the S's that really need to be studied out here in the industry. Chipotle, Chick-fil-A, Panera Bread, Five Guys, Wingstop, Papa John's, Little Caesars, Marco's Pizza, Potbelly, and Fazoli's. That's the only S tiers. With Jimmy John's being really debatable, and Waffle House, who am I kidding? Waffle House is S tier. Can I say what? You got a problem? Waffle House is S tier. I don't know anybody else that's like Waffle House. Like, come on. You know better. It's like it's you know better. It's like mind you like it's so good. It's a Waffle House. Like, hey. Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Let's go. Wait, street manager. It's the same thing. Alright, nah, never mind. I don't know. Right, yeah. Anybody got a problem with my S tier stuff? Come fight me about it, cause you know I'm always about it. I'm ready to fight. So go on. Nah, I'm playing, guys. I don't want to smoke. I don't want y'all to beat on me. I don't want to get hit by y'all. I look pretty scary. Yeah, I'm fried. Yeah. It's a chinchilla. Alright, 30%. Oh, that's how you do it, guys. Actually, I don't know. Wow, shot take advantage. Alright, well that's enough for the ranking. We get back to the original plan. Hold on real quick, guys. It's just no, what's it called? There we go. It's alright, here we go, guys. We back. We back in the regular format. You feel me? I'll show you what I watch. Why hold by to take advantage? We go watch hold on. It's a UDY video? It's a UDY video. This is an 8-minute video though. I'm gonna watch it though, cause I ain't gonna tell me though.
Simply telling people to subscribe to your channel isn't enough.
And it's a bit cringe, to be honest.
Instead, show them why it would be crazy if
Why-
they didn't.
why
What is
you
your
ain't tell
channel
me it was
about?
so loud, though?
You may not know the ins and outs of these two American agencies, but there is little doubt you haven't spent a significant amount of time enthralled by their actions, whether that is through the news media, documentary film, or regular old Hollywood films. Both are, to some extent, shrouded in mystery. Both can be blamed for duplicity at times, bearing the scars of numerous scandals, and they are still currently the target of conspiracy theorists. Whatever your view, this duo are both catalysts of excitement, intrigue, and apprehension. While we can't promise you the often secret workings of the agencies, we can provide you with a few minutes of fascinating facts. In this episode of the Infographic Show, FBI versus CIA. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell button so that you can be part of our notification squad. We will start with an abridged history of both agencies. The FBI, or the Federal Bureau of Investigation, was the brainchild of Attorney General Charles Bonaparte. In 1908, he and President Theodore Roosevelt agreed that the Justice Department needed a corps of special agents. At the time, it had no name, and it said that the two men were not sure how to recruit agents. According to the FBI website, Bonaparte jokingly told the president they should have men shoot at each other and whoever survives gets the job. The Bureau of Investigation was created soon after, and 34 people were hired at first to work as special agents across all of America's state borders. In 1935, it officially became known as the FBI, and prohibition became its raison d'etre. As you well know, this meant investigating mobsters we still see on the big screen today, and from 1924 to 1972, the controversial crime bust.
Okay, I see. Hold on. I'll be right back. I'm on y'all in. I'm back, guys. Who text me? I'm serious.
Busting icon known as J. Edgar Hoover was the director. Mobsters weren't Hoover's only concern, and much of the FBI's resources were spent on investigating political radicals during the Great Depression, which later included diminishing the impact of Americans with communist sympathies. The FBI's historical cases are of course too many in number to list, but some famous investigations include the stick-up robbing sweethearts Bonnie and Clyde, the white-collar crimes of the company Enron, the JFK assassination, the murder of 3 civil rights workers in Mississippi, Watergate, and of course, 9/11. The FBI currently has its headquarters in Washington, D.C., and there are 56 field offices in major U.S. cities, as well as more than 350 smaller offices around the country. It also has about 60 offices in other countries. It employs about 35,000 people in all, which, as well as special agents, include scientists, intelligence analysts, language specialists, and those with a considerable IT acumen. Contrary to popular belief, the FBI does not just shoo the police aside during big investigations because it has no right to. State and local officers work with the FBI. The Central Intelligence Agency, or CIA, was an intelligence agency focused on national security and not domestic crimes, though the twain can sometimes overlap. The CIA's main concerns are terrorism, weapons of mass destruction, knowing what dangers or political upheavals are happening around the world, this could be called spying, and more recently, cyber intelligence. It was created on July 26, 1947, when Harry S. Truman signed off on the National Security Act. One of the main impetuses to create such an agency was the attack on Pearl Harbor. It has been involved in numerous conflicts, again too many to recount, but those include the 1953 Iranian coup d'etat, attempting to enact a military coup in Indonesia, trying to quash all kinds of pro-communist movements around the world, the Vietnam War, and controversially arming rebel forces when the USA believed it suited them. The CIA is an intelligence agency, but one that uses its brains and brawn to manipulate countries, governments, factions outside of governments in the interest of American national security. The number of people working for the CIA is not something the agency discloses, but its employees cover many areas of expertise. It's a very secret organization, but it does release millions of pages of its findings, much of that being historical, what we might call after the fact. Unlike the FBI, the CIA website states that it never monitors US citizens, although it also states it will if there is a reason to believe that an individual is involved in espionage or international terrorist activities. Many of its workers are in Washington, D.C., at its headquarters in Langley, Virginia, but agents are also stationed, often working undercover, all around the world. Do these two agencies work together? Well, this is also a matter of controversy, and people have written books that delineate a war between the agencies. The CIA's website states that the relationship is strong, as threats to national security come in all sorts of guises, and so information can be shared. That information might relate to drug trafficking, money laundering, organized crime, and terrorism. Nonetheless, after 9/11, a congressional report stated that because intelligence was not shared responsibly, a possible counteraction did not happen. The New York Times wrote, "They failed to counter the threat from Al-Qaeda, even though they had known for years that its leader, Osama bin Laden, was determined to attack the United States." So, yes and no, they work together, but it seems the relationship may be somewhat difficult at times. The CIA is focused on collecting intelligence and cannot make arrests. On the other hand, the FBI could technically investigate a CIA agent and make an arrest if that agent violated federal law. So, what do you have to do to get on one of these teams? To join the FBI, you must be between the age of 23 and 37. You need a 4-year degree, 3 years work experience, and have a driver's license. You might also have a qualification in one of the following categories: language, law, accounting, computer science/information technology, or it just says diversified. Your skills will then be prioritized, and this could come under lots of things from accounting to law enforcement to military expertise to finance. Few applicants are actually selected, and even after all that, you will have to pass a series of difficult tests. You'll have to be fairly fit and be able to sprint 300 meters, do a load of push-ups, and run for 1.5 miles. After that, you've got medical checks, background checks, and polygraphs to pass. Get through that, and you could become anything from a regular FBI officer to a sniper or a behavioral analyst. You will also need to spend 20 weeks training at the FBI Academy in quantum.
So you're applying to college. Let's take a look at your choices. Four-year schools? Too expensive. Community college?
To go Virginia. In interviews, former agents have said getting into the FBI is a long and arduous process. Not surprisingly, the CIA is pretty strict too on who it accepts, and to reiterate, not all workers are covert spies. You could be doing anything from specializing in math or economics. Most of its clandestine service employees are aged between 26 and 35. Like the FBI, background and medical checks and polygraphs will be part of the interview process. Again, you'll need a university degree, know your international affairs, and if you have traveled the world and know a few languages, the CIA CIA states that that is a bonus. The CIA says on its website that some of the skills needed are to be able to analyze data, have strong negotiation skills, discretion, diplomacy, have criminal investigative experience, and if your degree is in criminology, homeland security, or emergency management, that helps too. You'll have to undertake a 56-day criminal investigation training program and train for a further 18 months at its headquarters. If you want to get a taste of what it's like working at the CIA, you can work as an intern at any time of the year. This, no doubt, should you prove yourself useful, will get your proverbial foot in the door. It generally lasts 90 days and you won't need to take the polygraph. Which would be the best place to work? That depends on a lot of things. One important matter when working for the CIA is secrecy if you are an agent. As its website points out in bold as important, friends, family, individuals, or organizations may be interested to learn that you are an applicant for or an employee of the CIA. It goes on to say that it is in your best interests not to tell anyone. It's very probable this was in bold because it alludes to what kind of life you are getting into. On the upside, for some people, the life of a covert operator might be very exciting. You may know things that go against your conscience, you may see things that you never wanted to see, it just depends how deep you go. In one interview, a former CIA agent responded when asked if all the stress was worth it. I ask myself the same question every goddamn day. Was any of it worth it? The FBI won't involve the stress of remaining a kind of mystery to one's own friends and loved ones. You'll probably have much more chance of being killed on the job, as the FBI's Hall of Honor can show you. You are dealing with criminals, and that means sometimes seeing the aftermath of their destruction. In one interview, a former agent said that was not the worst part, but the fact that you could spend much of your life away from your family. You can at least tell them about what you do though. The former agent told Business Insider, there's only a very small amount of information that an FBI agent would not be able to share with someone. We can usually talk about what we are working on or have worked on in the past. As for wages, there are many scales when working for the FBI. A new agent, according to one salary website, receives about $47,000, but a senior agent might earn more than $130,000 a year. A CIA website puts wages for special investigators anywhere from $74,000 to $137,000. Again, it really depends on what capacity you work for these agencies. Be sure to check out and subscribe to our
Working every day. Working every day. I don't know what else to watch, guys. You feel me? But that's okay though. Dang. Wow. Alright. Hey guys, I'm sorry. Yeah, this girl definitely cheap. So look at her. Exposes Africa's part in slave trade. I mean, we already knew that. It was either A. They're taking us, stripping us from the land, you know. Go watch this. Stripping us from the land, but
Grammarly now uses AI to help you write, not just
Africans,
revise. Type a prompt and generate a persuasive, mistake-free draft in seconds, personalized to your
sell it
unique
on
writing.
the Africans 'cause they're
Than the
slaves.
transatlantic slave trade, established by Europeans to provide slave labor for their American colonies. Around 12 million souls were taken from Africa and forced onto perilous journeys across the Atlantic, where they and their descendants were condemned to a life of servitude. However, retellings of the horrors of Atlantic slavery too often turn into stories of how Europeans alone determined the course of that history. In reality, Africans were not just passive victims. Millions of them were slaves, but many others profited from, produced, and protected that slave trade. In this video, we look at the untold story of the African slave trade. Stick around until the end to learn how some of Africa's greatest kingdoms were built on the profits of slavery, and how Africans fought tooth and nail to protect it from the abolitionist European empires. Slavery has existed in Africa for as long as recorded history. Ancient Egypt had slaves toiling away in its fields and on its monuments. Ancient Carthage trafficked in slaves across the Mediterranean, and the Ethiopian kings of Aksum wrote proudly of the slaves they took in war. Slaves were also exported from Africa for centuries before Europeans arrived. The trans-Saharan slave trade lasted for over 1,000 years and dragged about 10 million people across the desert to be slaves in the Islamic world. The Indian Ocean also had a similarly long-lasting ocean-going slave trade, with about 5 million ending up in slave ships, bound and branded for use in foreign lands. These slaves ended up as laborers, domestic servants, soldiers, or more. Male slaves in the Islamic world were typically castrated, which meant that new slaves had to be regularly imported to maintain the population. For this video, we'll focus on Western Africa, where the Atlantic slave trade was centered. West Africa was removed from the Indian Ocean trade and mostly secure from Islamic slave raids, but slavery was still a feature of life there long before the Atlantic slave trade began. A succession of powerful empires occupied the region, which all rested on complex slave systems. The Ghanaian Empire, from the 3rd to the 13th century, began a tradition of powerful West African imperial states, and built much of its wealth through trans-Saharan trading of slaves or goods acquired through slave labor. The salt, copper, and gold that made the Mali Empire and Mansa Musa fabulously wealthy were all extracted with slave labor. Domestic slavery was also common, and Mali was known to import female slaves from the Mediterranean to act as domestic servants in the households of the elites. Most of the slaves were acquired through conquest of neighboring kingdoms, or tribal groups who were too weak to defend themselves from the organized imperial militaries. Successor empires like the Songhay, Jollof, and Kabu inherited the social and economic structures of slavery, and continued to acquire slaves as they scrambled to establish their own territories. Elites in these empires used slaves as a status symbol.
So ownership of we just came from the whole niggas that's like slaves, you know. A majority of us, we just came from slaves. Like just slaves, like the hell.
Slaves came to represent someone's wealth and power. Slavery took many different forms in West Africa. Some worked the land or the mines, others served as soldiers or even political advisors. In some places, slaves were permitted to own land that they cultivated in their free time, and might earn enough from this land to buy their own freedom. In other places, the lot of slaves was more miserable. In Benin, for example, slaves were regularly sacrificed to mark important occasions like the anniversary of a king's death. All of this is to say that when Europeans arrived, they did not find an empty land of scattered peoples ripe for enslavement, but complex societies and slave-holding empires whose roots were even older than those of the Europeans themselves. The Atlantic slave trade was started by the Portuguese in the mid-15th century. Originally, slaves were taken to Europe, but this changed in 1526, when the first Portuguese ships carried slaves across the Atlantic to their new American colonies. However, the vision of Europeans landing on an African shore, frightening a tribe of natives into submission, and dragging them in chains to their ship is not representative of what happened for most slaves. Some slaves were indeed taken in European slave raids, but the vast majority were sold to the Europeans by other Africans. The European arrival in West Africa came at the same time as the collapse.
It's kind of like not even niggas wanted you. Not even the niggas wanted you. You expect the fucking colonists
of the Mali Empire. Various splinter states scrambled over each other to seize territory for themselves. The European...
My fault for this little history lesson, guys, but it's 12. It's a whole nother day, and I'm gonna let y'all get out to what y'all doing. You know, I see y'all boys. 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 Hold on.